So what excites you about the K-2 teachers teaching the skills curriculum and the Sounds First activities this year?
I think one of the things that excites me the most is just thinking about the consistency across our district, and that we now have something that everyone is working on in every school in our district. And just having that consistency across the board helps our teachers to be stronger and helps our students to be stronger. One other thing is, it levels the playing field for all teachers. Those teachers that are seasoned teachers that have high quality materials can be just as equal as those teachers that are new and coming in, because they all have something that is guiding them, high quality, and we know it's research based. So that is what excites me the most, just knowing that consistency and the level of teaching that's going on in our classes and what it'll mean to our students.
Mm-hmm. And the research in this curriculum, these high quality materials, tells us that it brings all the kids along at the end of the year, that they're all accomplishing and achieving, not just certain groups, but all of them.
All children, yes.
What are your expectations for student learning in grades 2 after the teachers attended the Reading 360 training? What are your expectations now for them?
I think one expectation I have for our teachers now would be using the curriculum with fidelity and knowing the why behind our Sounds First and our foundational skills, knowing why it's important, and then having a year of using it, we're seeing the growth of our children and seeing what a difference it makes for them to use that Sounds First approach. Hopefully we will have a better understanding of the pacing of our curriculum as well, being able to work through each lesson and seeing how they connect together. And I think the training provided that for them. It gave them that overall view of what is the purpose of the curriculum and how are we supposed to use it. I know several teachers mentioned to me, oh, I understand why they asked me to do this at this point in my unit, during the training, would call me over and say, oh, I understand now, and this was so good to have this training right now, because it solidifies what I've been doing and helps me to know the purpose behind some of the steps and the pacing that we had. So I feel like that was an expectation, and maybe using that with a little more fidelity as well, and following that pacing of our Skills First activities and doing that every day and seeing what benefit that will be for our children.
Mm-hmm. And I do feel like as a district we have communicated those high expectations to our teachers, and it is exciting to hear the ones who attended the training talk about it and how beneficial it was, to the degree that our new teachers are asking for the training now.
Right.
The ones that didn't get to attend, just because of that testimony to it.
And I think too, the knowledge they gained from the science of reading and the knowledge they now have and our teachers are equipped with will lead them through this year. And that is something that really came from that training.
So, in thinking about teacher support, how do you support administrators with leading the foundational skills literacy in their schools, such as scheduling, walkthroughs, and all of those things? How do you support administrators?
I think number one is just informing our administrators on what we are doing and on the process of our new curriculum and how we expect them to make sure that it's monitored and it's taught with fidelity. Our administrators from day one had training, just like our teachers, on the high quality material and learning how to use that. And they have guides as they go into the classroom. What should I see when I go into this classroom? And I think preparing them with that knowledge and giving our administrators that knowledge of what should be happening in that class, what should be taking place, they're better equipped to support their teachers. We had a lot of share times at our principal PLCs last year, where principals would share back some of the best practices they saw taking place in the foundational skills lessons and in the classes with our early grades. And I think just adding that conversation where each principal could share, this is what's happening in my school, and then they grow from one another. This is what we've done, this is what we've seen, and they can take that back and share with their instructional coaches, with their teachers as well. But I think it's just an overall buy-in and collaboration that we had with our principals. They were able to monitor that and help it to take place. And the monitoring wasn't evaluative, but monitoring to support. What do we need? What resources do our teachers need? Do they need our coach to come in and support that lesson, to model that lesson? I think having those conversations during our principal PLCs helped to guide that last year, and we hope to continue that with the training that we'll do this year.
And I believe that the instructional practice guide that we use this year will help our principals to know even more about the content.
Yes.
And the look-fors. And I'm excited for the teachers to share the content, the materials with the principals and increase their knowledge of that as well. And I'm excited that we have the IPG to use this year. And I'm excited to see the teachers taking ownership of that as well, because I feel like when they know that the principal is supporting them and behind it, that it means a lot to them.
It does.
That they really will put more effort into it if they feel like the principal is behind it.
And I agree. And our principals were behind our choice and everything that we did last year. They supported us 100%, and they supported our teachers. And I think that was a key, and the teachers knew that it was important to them, and our principals knew it was important to us. They knew that we really felt this would be a turning point for our students, and they believed that, and they were on board 100%.
Yes. And another comment, I feel like that last year did make an impression, because we're already hearing this year about the difference that foundational skills made with our students, and their achievement going into this year is even higher than normal. So we do have a 1 year of using the skills, foundational skills, and that has made a difference. So what impact do you think the foundational skills instruction will have on students this year and the upcoming years as they go through the early grades of K1, 2, and 3rd?
I think our new foundational skills will have an impact on students who are going to be going to the next grade level, retaining more of the information and the skills that they have learned. I've already heard that. We're only 3 weeks in, but we've already heard teachers mention, wow, they have their sounds. They have this when they're going in, and just the excitement of the teachers knowing, oh, I've got to step up my game as well. They're ready for this. They're ready for higher expectations. And I think preparing them in the early grades will help us to build those strong, confident readers. And reading will lead them through all content areas if we can develop those confident readers and give them the skills they need to be successful. That our children are just going to be more successful, and we're going to see our literacy scores make a big turnaround. And so many times you see children that may have gaps here or there, but using this approach and the everyday monitoring that they're doing with our skills and activities, they're going to be able to identify those gaps early and close those gaps. And to me, going into this year, we see that taking place. And hopefully with the consistency this year, we'll see them even grow stronger. And our expectation would be every child is reading on grade level. That's our goal for our district, that every child reads on grade level. And this is one tool to get us there. This is a way that we can do that, because it identifies what every child needs, and we're able to help them and support them.
Awesome. Any other thoughts?
No, I'm just excited about the opportunity for us as well to be a model district. I think this is an honor, and we love sharing our story, and I'll be excited to see the stories of other districts that might help us as well as we take our journey down this road and being a model district. So I'm thankful that we have the support of the state as we have with this material, and that we're able to help others, because that's what we're here to help our children, and that's the ultimate goal, that all of our children will be successful.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect.
Is that going to look weird?